what are my monthly cost of owning a Lamborghini? What's up everyone, my name is D. I make Lamborghini related content, how the car feels, how it drives, how much it costs to afford it. So I've narrowed this video down to about 5 different costs monthly that this car cost me. A lot of people think it's a whole lot more, but it's actually not that crazy. So let's just go ahead and go right into it. And then I'm just gonna keep this video quite brief. And then for each of these, if we want to break it down into some other video, we can do that too. But I'm just going to give you the high level stuff here. Number one, the monthly payment of the car. What does it cost me? Monthly payment of the car, what I'm paying. And again, we can dive into this and break it all down in another video. But my monthly payment for this car is about $2,500 a month. And that includes things like the interest, money going towards the loan, money going towards the car itself. Again, depending on who you are, somebody else might say, oh, wow, that's just what I pay for rent. This car cost me about $300,000. And if you're good at math, you can probably figure out what I put down for down payment and everything else too, which again, we can do a separate video on if this one gets a lot of traction. Number two, this is also going to be something really expensive. Number two is going to be one that a lot of people don't really consider, but it is a huge cost that does come into my life. And that is the cost of my time. So let me kind of explain by that, because if you are somebody who makes a lot of money, I would consider myself above average. The cost of your time to just kind of keep up with this car does add up, because say for example, today I want to go fill up gas. I had 2 people come up to me, and then before we know it, what a simple gas fill up for this car, which would have just taken less than 10 minutes, turned out to be almost like a half hour, or at least it felt that way. The time that goes away while owning this car is quite significant, because a lot of times you're going to be stopped for a conversation, which is completely fine. I have no issues with talking to people, hence why I have my own channel talking to all you guys as well. So I'm completely cool with it. It's not a big deal to me, but there are times where you just want to get your stuff done, but you can't, because you also don't want to be a dick and crush somebody else's dreams of owning a Lamborghini, or help share the knowledge that I have to everybody else. So giving up your time on just having the car, about talking to the car, does go out the window a whole lot, because I could be using that time to be doing other productive things. But when you do own a Lamborghini, you're going to get a ton of questions about the car. Things like how much it costs, where do you store it, how's the car doing. Granted, these are all great things, but you would be surprised on how many times you get stopped, how many times you get questioned, and how much sidetracked you get throughout the day. So I would say that that is actually my number 2 cost, which is going to be a lot, but this is a cost that a lot of people don't really consider as physical money, but it does add up in its own little way. Number 3, I'm going to say, is probably going to be the insurance. Number 3, the insurance is nothing too crazy for me. I am older. If you were in your 20s trying to get this car, you're definitely going to have a higher insurance. I'm personally paying about $300 a month for this car, driving it about 5,000 miles a year, and nothing crazy. My M4 was about the same. So insurance, again, that's also me having a clean record in order for me to just pay $300 a month just to have this car for about 5,000 miles. So yeah, insurance is number 3. Number 4 is going to be gas. Again, gas can be a lot. It can be very variable depending on how much you're driving the car. I personally try to limit myself to driving the car 2,500 miles a year to about 5,000. So when I try to get a full tank in the car, that will cost me over $100 easily. I'm not exactly sure what the gallon tank is, but I want to say it's about 22 gallons. The last time I did a full tank from start to finish, it was pretty close to about $120. But again, the gas tank is huge, so that's a perk. And I personally don't have to pay that much, because I don't really drive the car that much either. So gas costs are there, but that is a variable cost. It's not fixed. It all depends on how much you drive. Number 4, I'm going to say payment, time, gas, insurance. And then number 5 is going to honestly be maintenance. Again, I believe it's every 7,500 miles where you got to get an oil change for this car. I could be wrong on that, so don't judge. But from what I've heard, I believe it's about roughly $1,200 a year to about $1,500 just getting an oil change done. If I drove the car a whole lot more, we can expect my tires to be between $1,500 to about $2,000 per tire, which somebody would have to get done every 10,000 miles. But again, I keep saying it, I don't really drive the car that much, so these tires should hold up for about 2-3 years. A lot of people would question brakes would be very expensive too, but the coolest savings that I've noticed about Lamborghinis is that a lot of them come with ceramics, which you honestly don't have to change probably the whole time you're owning the car. I'm not exactly sure on how many miles it is, but it's definitely a insane amount, probably 30,000 miles or so, where you have to get the brakes done, maybe 40,000, which is a shit ton of miles given that it's a Lamborghini, because a lot of people don't put that many miles on this car. So a lot of people who own the car, they honestly never have to change the brakes at all. So your only real cost when it comes to maintenance is going to be most likely your oil change, which has to be done at least once a year no matter what. The Huracan that I have, the Lambo Huracan that I have, is quite reliable, so knock on wood that everything is going to be functioning properly. But I do self-insure myself a window of about 10 to 15 grand just in case something goes wrong, because you never know when something is going to go wrong. You do not want to be driving this car while living paycheck to paycheck. You're going to be screwed, because once one thing goes wrong, you're not going to be prepared for it. So before you even get this car, you must have an emergency fund for just your day-to-day stuff and for the car stuff itself, because a lot of people who own these cars, they're usually out of warranty, so you can't expect a warranty to come save you. You have to self-insure yourself in case something goes wrong. So I personally have an emergency fund for just the car, and I also have an emergency fund for my personal life as well. These 5 things I would say is my typical cost of owning a Lamborghini. There are other things to consider when you're dealing with these costs. One of the biggest things to consider about owning the car is that I have a 2020. It's currently 2025 right now in terms of the actual year. The car is a 2020, but because the vehicle already took its depreciation hit, because they discontinued this vehicle, being it's the last V10, I'm anticipating that the value of this car should remain steady, if not go up over time, being that it's the last V10. And it's something special that a lot of Lamborghini owners would like to have one day. So the money that I put into the car, it's my way of just treating the car as a savings account on wheels, because the only real cost that I'm going to be incurring is just going to be things like my finance charge that I pay to finance the car, which I do use the car. The car is 100% business use, so I do get that perk being a business owner, which a lot of people may want to consider doing. Just make sure you do everything the lawful way. Read up on all the rules and regulations on all that before you just go buying the car. Be extremely responsible. Also, I'm not a financial expert, so I just want to get that out of the way. I'm just a random guy on YouTube. But that's the cool part, knowing that the value will hold in the car. That's a huge thing. And then the other thing to consider is me also not driving the car that much. That also lowers my cost of owning the car. A lot of people, once they get the car as their only car, they daily drive the car, which I personally would be highly against doing, because you'll be able to get nothing done. You'll get no errands done. You get stopped a shit ton of times throughout the day. If you're a Lamborghini owner, you're usually really stingy about your time. You just want to go, get your shit done. But if you have a Lamborghini, if you're driving to the grocery store, even if you're parked in the back somewhere quiet, your vehicle is going to get stopped, you're going to get approached, and then your time's going to be gone. So that is a big reason why I just drive the car once a week. I use it to only do business things like shoot content like we are right now. But yeah, there are a lot of ways that the vehicle can make you money, and I personally would recommend anyone getting the car that you should have a plan behind getting the car in such a way where the car can make you money. Again, video for another day. This is just my top 5 costs of owning the car. And if you all had any questions, if you want me to do another topic video, feel free to write that topic down right down below, ask your questions, and I will do a video on it. Subscribe to the channel, a lot more videos coming out. I will see you all for the next one.